Have you ever felt exhausted, grabbed a strong coffee to wake up, and somehow ended up feeling even more tired? You're not alone. And no, it's not just your imagination. There's a clear biological reason why coffee sometimes makes you feel worse when you're already sleepy. Let's dive into how caffeine works and why it can backfire when used at the wrong time. What is caffeine? Really? When you're already low on energy and have nothing in your stomach, caffeine is absorbed even faster into your bloodstream. It can cause a spike in adrenaline and cortisol, your body's stress hormones, leading to increased heart rate, jitteriness, stomach discomfort, and ironically, fatigue. Your body isn't getting fuel. It's being pushed to perform without resources. And the crash that follows is not pretty. Caffeine is a natural stimulant found in coffee, tea, chocolate, and many energy drinks. Drink water. Dehydration is often mistaken for fatigue. Move your body. Light exercise increases alertness naturally. Use power naps wisely. 10 to 20 minutes can recharge you more than caffeine. Limit screen exposure before bed to improve sleep quality. Eat balanced meals with slow-release energy. And finally, use coffee as a tool, not a crutch. Simple, habit, and hope. We've been taught to see coffee as a magical fix for tiredness. But like any tool, its effect depends on when and how you use it. If you're already exhausted, caffeine won't magically fix it. It might just delay the crash and make it hit harder. Next time you feel tempted to grab a cup when you're dragging, ask yourself, do I need coffee? Or do I need rest? If this video helped you understand your brain and body better, please give it a like. Share it with someone who runs on caffeine daily, and follow WiseUse for more science that fits your life. Sometimes the smartest thing you can do is take a nap and drink your coffee later. Thanks for watching. See you next time. It's fast, accessible, and socially accepted, but we rarely stop to ask, is this really helping me right now? Sometimes the answer is no. Some people have genetic variations that affect how their bodies process caffeine. You might be a slow metabolizer, meaning caffeine stays in your system longer and hits harder. For others, caffeine may trigger anxiety symptoms or make concentration worse. So while your friend feels energized, you might feel spaced out and sleepy. Caffeine isn't one size fits all, and that's okay. If your body is signaling that it needs rest, giving it a false stimulant can confuse your system and delay recovery. Its main job in the body? To block a chemical called adenosine. Avoid caffeine for at least 90 minutes after waking up. Your body naturally produces cortisol to wake you up. Drinking coffee right away interferes with that process. Wait until your natural alertness starts to dip. Usually, don't drink caffeine after 2 to 3 p.m. Caffeine can stay in your system for 6 to 8 hours. Drinking it late can ruin your sleep cycle. Eat something before coffee. A small snack can slow caffeine absorption and reduce crashes. Know your limit. The safe limit is around 400 milligrams per day for most adults. More than that can lead to sleep disturbances, anxiety, and fatigue. Adenosine is a neurotransmitter that builds up in your brain the longer you're awake. The more adenosine you have, the more tired you feel. It's basically your brain's way of saying, hey, it's time to rest. Caffeine doesn't remove adenosine. It just blocks it from attaching to its receptors. That's why even though the tiredness is still building up in your brain, caffeine prevents you from feeling it. That's why coffee can make you feel alert. But here's the catch. If you're already very tired, coffee might make things worse. If your body is already running on empty, flooding your brain with caffeine just masks the signals. It doesn't fix the root problem. Think of caffeine like hitting the mute button on a fire alarm. The fire is still there. You just can't hear the warning. So what happens? Your brain continues to accumulate adenosine in the background. And when the caffeine wears off, all that built-up tiredness comes crashing in, harder than before. This is what scientists call a caffeine crash. Instead of feeling better, you suddenly feel drained, foggy, maybe even irritable or dizzy. And guess what? You'll probably want another cup to chase away the fog. And when you drink more caffeine, the cycle starts over again. That's why so many people feel like they need coffee just to function, and why coffee seems like it doesn't work anymore. Okay, so when should you actually drink coffee? Caffeine affects people differently based on timing, biology, and even genetics. But one thing is almost universal. Drinking coffee too late in the day can disrupt your body's natural rhythms. Your body runs on a 24-hour clock called the circadian rhythm. This internal system controls your sleep, energy, hormone release, and more. If you drink coffee in the late afternoon or evening, it can delay your sleep, reduce deep sleep quality, and leave you feeling wired but tired. You might fall asleep eventually, but you won't rest well. And guess what? You'll wake up the next day needing even more coffee to compensate. That is how the cycle starts, and why many people feel like coffee just doesn't work anymore. So what about coffee on an empty stomach? Everyone says not to do it, but why? That only makes things worse. So why do we drink coffee when we're tired? So when should you actually drink coffee? According to sleep researchers and chronobiologists, here are some smart coffee tips. So, is it possible that coffee just doesn't work for me? Yes, and here's why. So what should I do if I feel tired? Here's a better long-term strategy. Get more sleep. Yes, it's boring, but it works. Coffee isn't evil. It's one of the most beloved and researched stimulants on the planet.